The MDX is the #1 selling vehicle for Acura. Last year, nearly 51,000 of these crossovers left showroom floors. That's nearly 20,000 more than the next best-selling Acura, the TL. So, to say the 2014 redesign is important for Acura would be an understatement. Acura says this new look for the MDX is executive aero sculpture, and it is 17% more aerodynamic than the outgoing model. Whatever they want to call it, the new MDX looks a lot like the old MDX, and I wouldn't be surprised if people can't tell the two apart. The front end looks very familiar, with the biggest changes being the addition of the dual-eye LED headlights like those found on the RLX. The much-hated Acura beak isn't exactly gone on the MDX, but it's been replaced by a large silver band containing the Acura logo. The side of the new MDX carries a more pronounced rear window pinch and a new pair of 18 or 19-inch wheels. The third generation MDX rides on an all-new platform that was redesigned from the ground up. The engine is a version of Honda's Earth Dreams 3.5-liter V6, and in this application makes 290 horsepower and 267 pound-feet of torque. Of course, it is available with Acura's super handling all-wheel drive system, but for the first time ever, there will also be a front-wheel drive only model. Both of these versions will use a 6-speed automatic transmission and expect to return 18 miles per gallon city and 27 miles per gallon highway for the all-wheel drive model, while the front-wheel drive model should return 20 miles per gallon city and 28 miles per gallon highway. Acura has spent a lot of time working on passenger comfort and versatility inside the new MDX. The third row is much easier to get into thanks to a 2-inch lower step-in height and a 3-inch wider rear door. Now, if that wasn't enough, there's a button on the seat called the one-touch walk-in feature that just automatically moves the seat all the way forward and folds it for you. This makes getting into the third row so much better, but once you're in there, space is very tight, especially for full-grown adults. Being a proper luxury crossover, the MDX is stuffed full of the latest technology. There's the ELS Studio sound system, a 9 or 16.2-inch rear entertainment screen optional, as well as all the latest safety technology like blind spot monitoring, lane keep assist, lane departure warning, crash mitigation, adaptive cruise control, and of course, multi-view rear cameras to help you park this luxury vehicle. The center console has been reduced from 41 buttons in the 2013 MDX to just 9 in the new model. Personally, I don't like this trend. I like buttons, but for those who like a cleaner, more modern look, it does look great. It also has a giant center console that Acura says can contain 2 iPads, a laptop bag, or a purse. Unfortunately, I left my purse at home. Acura has tuned the chassis dynamics of the MDX on the Nürburgring, and they claim this new model is 8 seconds a lap faster than the old model, which I guess is important for a mid-size crossover. Either way, this vehicle has very quick throttle response, even though the engine is down on size and power. The overall driving experience can be adjusted 3 ways. There's comfort, normal, and sport, and this changes things like steering effort, throttle response, and the super handling all-wheel drive system. In sport mode, the MDX is actually very sporty and could be the sportiest MDX ever made. The MDX handles very well for a 3-row crossover, and that has to do with weight. This is one of the lightest vehicles in the segment. As well, in sport mode, body roll is so well controlled, and the super handling all-wheel drive will send power back and forth in the rear end to make sure the vehicle rotates around the corners properly. It just all comes together to give this vehicle such poise that you don't expect in something that can haul your family to soccer practice. Acura has made a really big deal about how quiet this new MDX is, as they've built in several technologies to keep outside noise on the outside. Now, the vehicle is very quiet, but I wouldn't say it's the world's most quiet crossover, and when you get on the gas, it actually gets fairly loud. The MDX has always been something a little different in the crossover luxury segment. It's been more minivan than, say, the BMW X5 or Mercedes ML, but way more sporty and luxurious than any minivan. However, it has a direct competitor now in the Infiniti JX. So to stay ahead of rivals new and old, the MDX needed to address its few key weaknesses, and lucky for it, Acura has nailed it.